Imtiaz is launching a new building in Meydan Horizon, and it's designed in collaboration with Zaha Hadid architects. This is top-notch architectural and design firm. Imtiaz building will stand out for sure, but the question is this collaboration enough to generate higher returns for investors? Will you be able to charge higher rents or resell with a higher premium? We made our analysis, and in a moment I'll share all the data you need to make an informed investment decision. Meydan Horizon is a community developed by Meydan Group. It is located 10 to 15 minutes by car from downtown, so it's very convenient for people who work in downtown or Business Bay. It's a master planned area. The locations of plots, building heights, infrastructure, and overall concept are approved in advance by the master developer. But other developers are welcome to build here too. Among the most recognized developers currently building here are Ellington and Imtiaz. This is not their first large-scale development by Meydan Group. They previously delivered District 1. It's a community also structured around artificial lagoons. And now Meydan is a sister's company of Nahil and Miraz. All of them are a part of Dubai Holding. The community is designed around several artificial lagoons. These are basically swimming pools with artificial sand beaches. There will also be greenery across the district, including a central park as well as dedicated pedestrian and cycling routes. The neighboring community is Shoba Heartland too. It will not be gated, so everyone can visit it. It will have a mall, parks and pedestrian routes, and it's 20 minutes walking from Meydan Horizon. At the moment the community is at the early stage of development. Over time the area is planned to include residential zones, a hotel, office buildings, retail and parks. The full master plan is expected to include around 27,000 residential units and approximately 500 hotel units. At this stage only 3,200 residential units, 105 office spaces and 62 retail spaces are currently under construction. That's roughly 10% of the future community scale. The majority of the district is yet to be launched. Now let's talk about Symphony itself. So the Symphony is located in the center of Meydan Horizon. It's slightly away from the main road, which helps reduce the noise. Also, the building sits directly beside the lagoon. Even though the lagoon is accessible within a short walk, the project also offers its own private pool. The Symphony is a 40-story mixed-use tower. It has residential, commercial and retail units within one building. Units from 2nd to 8th are dedicated exclusively to Grade A office spaces. All residential units begin from level 10 and come fully furnished across all layouts, from one-bedroom apartments to larger penthouses. The podium is planned to be unusually large. Ground plus 5 podium levels, creating a 6-level base that accommodates retail, parking and the set of amenities for both residents and commercial users. A structural feature of the project is the complete separation between residential and office functions. Residential amenities are located on the podium levels and on floor 9. Commercial amenities sits on floor 1 and have a dedicated commercial lobby. Each component uses its own entrances and lobbies, so office tenants have no access to residential areas or residents-only facilities. Having a Grade A offices inside the building is also an advantage. Dubai's office market is severely undersupplied. The overall occupancy is above 95%. The price growth is around 50% over the last 2 years, and Grade A space is showing even higher demand and rental premiums. This makes the office component a strong investment opportunity within the project. We're not covering offices in this video, but we also help with commercial investments. Let us know directly if you are interested. And this project includes an extensive range of amenities for both residents and office users, each allocated to its own dedicated zones. Amenities include sauna, outdoor swimming pool, lounge areas, terrace decks, snooker room, library space, gyms and meeting areas. The key strength of this project is the architecture. The Symphony is designed in collaboration with Zaha Hadid architects, one of the most respected architectural firms in the world. The firm today has more than 950 projects across over 44 countries, covering both residential and non-residential buildings. As an example of their non-residential work, the Heydar Aliyev Center in Baku. For residential reference, 1000 Museum in Miami demonstrates their approach to high-end living. And in Dubai, the firm has already completed the Opus by Omniyat, a well-performing landmark in the luxury segment in Business Bay. And this project grew in value by 51% since 2022. And the average rent for a one-bedroom apartment is 155% higher than the Business Bay's average. 230,000 dirhams versus 96,000 dirhams in Business Bay. So now that you've seen what the Symphony has to offer, the big question remains: should you consider investing, or is it better to wait for the next opportunity? To help you decide, our team at Forever Estates created an analytical report. I'll cover the key points of the analysis in a moment, but if you want more details, scan the QR code or click the link below. Let's start the analysis with the developer's reliability. Imtiaz was founded 30 years ago. They started out as a construction company, and in 2015 they became an independent developer. Since then, they've built a solid reputation for delivering high-quality properties on schedule. Here are a couple of things that make them special. First, all their projects come with fully fitted, furnished and expertly designed apartments, ready to move into or rent out right away. Second, because they handle the construction themselves, they maintain strict control over every detail, ensuring great quality and quick construction. Their first building in Dubai was Westwood in Al Furjan. The building quality drove their rental prices up 40% higher than the area's average. And they've just released Westwood Grande in GVC. Those owners will get a 10.5 to 12% rent to initial price ratio, much higher than the area's average of 7%. Now that we've covered Imtiaz reliability, let's take a closer look at whether the prices for the Symphony are competitive. A one-bedroom is from $545,000 or 2 million dirhams. A two-bedroom is from $955,000 or 3.5 million dirhams. A three-bedroom is from $1.2 million or 4.4 million dirhams. And a penthouse is $3.8 million or 14 million dirhams. We will compare one-bedroom apartments in comparable projects. The first is Wynwood Horizon by Imtiaz, developed nearby by the same developer, also furnished and designed, but without any brand collaboration. Second is Riverton House, development by Ellington and Meydan Horizon. Project with no furnishings from the developer, but still with Ellington's high-end quality. In addition, Riverton House is not furnished, while the Symphony will be delivered fully furnished. The third is Azizi Riviera Azur, project in the neighboring community Azizi Riviera. The concept of community is similar to Meydan Horizon, but there is no lagoon yet, and quality is not the same as Imtiaz standards. For a one-bedroom, Wynwood Horizon by Imtiaz is $700 or 2,600 dirhams per square foot. Riverton House by Ellington is $770 or 2,850 dirhams per square foot. Azizi Riviera Azur is $950 or 3,500 dirhams per square foot. And the Symphony is $850 or 3,115 dirhams per square foot. The Symphony is priced higher than other projects within the community, roughly 20% above Imtiaz's previous release. For this price gap to make financial sense, the rental rates for the Symphony should outperform nearby Wynwood Horizon by approximately the same margin. The core differences between the projects is the collaboration with Zaha Hadid architects. Also, there is an office space that might create additional demand. But overall, it's not obvious if these factors are enough to make end users pay 20% more. Finally, let's talk about payment plans. Imtiaz offers a 60-40 structure. 60% during construction, starting with a 20% down payment. The remaining 40% at handover in Q2 of 2029. However, you should keep in mind that Imtiaz might deliver the project earlier than expected, so the final payment might be due earlier times. Now that we've covered costs, let's look at potential rental income. To do this, we need comparable buildings. Meydan Horizon does not yet have completed projects, so the closest benchmark is Shoba Heartland, a mature community with a similar structure, family-oriented, supposed to have a lagoon eventually, and located nearby. Our project will be the flagship building in Meydan Horizon, so the best comparison is the flagship building inside Shoba Heartland. Waves Grande is Shoba's premium project in this area. Kingston Waters and Berkeley Place by Ellington. These projects gives us a conservative expectation for rental performance at the Symphony. Current rental rates in these benchmark projects: Waves Grande, 1 bedroom 115 dirhams per year, 2 bedroom 160,000 dirhams per year, and 3 bedroom 260,000 dirhams per year. Ellington Kingston Waters and Berkeley Place, 1 bedroom apartment 125,000 dirhams per year, 2 bedroom 170,000 dirhams per year, and 3 bedroom 290,000 dirhams per year. Based on these numbers, we can reasonably expect the Symphony to achieve similar rental ranges once delivered. If we translate these rental levels into a rent-to-price ratio, the numbers are quite clear. For a one-bedroom unit, the expected yield falls roughly between 5.8 and 6.3%. For a 2-bedroom, the range is around 4.6 to 4.9%, and for a 3-bedroom, the ratio increases again to approximately 5.9 to 6.6%. These numbers don't include potential market growth. Plus, when the lagoon is completed, rents should go up. So consider them the minimum numbers. What could drive future growth for the Symphony? First, the location, as it's about 10 to 15 minutes from downtown and allows residents to reach major business areas quickly while still living in more affordable apartments. Second, Imtiaz is a reliable, high-quality developer that delivers fully furnished units and has a consistent track record of meeting timelines. Third, partnering with a well-known firm like Zaha Hadid Architects makes the project stand out and may improve its future position in the area. Fourth, the project allows investment in Grade A office and retail, which is rare in Dubai. The building's layout also keeps office areas completely separate from residential part, so no noise from work activities won't affect the residents. Now let's discuss potential growth barriers. First, the price of the Symphony is higher than comparable buildings in the same area, which can naturally slow down the growth and also results in the relatively modest rental margin compared to what investors usually expect in developing communities. Second, there is a risk related to the lagoons, since constructing artificial lagoons is expensive and time-consuming. Any delays or changes to this part of master plan could affect the overall attractiveness of the community and value appreciation, as it was in Shoba Heartland. So should you invest? The Symphony has several strong points. It sits in a great location just 10 to 15 minutes from downtown. It comes from a reliable developer with a proven track record and fully furnished units. It carries a premium collaboration with Zaha Hadid Architects and a mixed-use layout with residential and Grade A offices. However, the project is also priced on the higher end. So if you believe that Zaha Hadid brand will drive demand, strengthen future resale value and help the building stand out as a landmark, then the Symphony can be a good option for you. Get in touch with us to reserve an attractive unit in Imtiaz projects in Meydan Horizon or for any assistance with real estate investments in the UAE. And if you would like to learn more about investing in Dubai properties, check out this video.